I think I've been a little bit more active on Twitter this past day than I have been in a long while, and the reason being is for a weird kind of situation that we're in regarding Xbox and PlayStation. Obviously, I was talking a little bit, and I don't know why like people want to jump on me, the messenger, for saying, listen, Microsoft's gambles might have paid off a little bit by having an Xbox Series S available, and PlayStation 5s and Series X's aren't readily available, but the S's are, and that could lead to a lot of FOMO or fear of missing out where people are buying them. And with Sony having cross-gen games with God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Gran Turismo 7, and Microsoft going all in on current gen this year, it could lead to an uptick of Xbox favorability. And people are like, well, what does that mean, Xbox favorability? Well, think about it right now, right? And so I'm looking more into this, and yeah, it's easy to go, well, shouldn't the PS5 be at 17 million? But the more you look into it, Sony officially announced last year that their forecast was 14.8 million by March of this year. By March of this year. I know they were at 13 point whatever, but shortages can be whatever, and maybe they are at 17 million. I don't know. Maybe they went above what they wanted to. But the point is, if they really are, and it was also reported widely that they had reduced their forecast from 16 million to 15 million by March, then we could be looking at a 15 million to 12 million or 13 million situation right now where things are extremely close. And people don't like to hear that, like as if I'm willing that to happen. You guys, I'm just saying this could be a possibility. I'm not saying it's a legit thing. But it is indeed very close. Seems like a lot closer than what we've had previous generations. And I want to get into this bit of news because it goes right along with what I've been saying, and I think a lot of people are going to very much be interested in it. It's going to be a topic you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm the Crapgamer, and of course this is Crapgamer Reviews, your home for gaming news, opinions, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice a few cool changes around here, but that shouldn't stop you from giving us a like, and possibly even consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your free time with me today and my channel. It means a lot. You guys have been absolutely amazing. With that being said, man, it's crazy to think about this stuff. So the thing that I found to be very interesting here is, obviously some of it is conjecture, right? When we say that Sony wanted to kind of cut their forecast or whatever, but some of the good news that we got is Xbox is really big in a couple of territories. Obviously North America, clearly the UK is probably their second biggest thing. Now, it's rare for this to happen, but Xbox Series X and S beat PlayStation 5 in the UK last month, and now Xbox Series sales have surpassed 1 million. Although the Nintendo Switch again was the best-selling console in the UK last month, Microsoft's Series X and S followed closely and managed to beat Sony's PS5. As reported by Game Industry Biz, in December was a big month for Nintendo, following a 6% sales increase compared to November 2021. More interesting, however, are the sales for Microsoft's next-gen consoles. The Xbox Series X and the Series S, December 2021, was the biggest month for Series X and S, beating last year's launch sales and also beating PlayStation 5. Sales for Sony's consoles were also up compared to November 2021, but this wasn't enough to beat Xbox Series sales, according to Game Industry Biz. The 108% sales jump for Microsoft console was driven by a major increase in the stock of the Series X, and of course, according to Christopher Dring, Xbox Series X and S has surpassed 1 million sales in the UK. It was December's second biggest platform behind Switch due to a 108% increase in sales over November. It was the biggest month so far for the Xbox Series X and S in the UK, even beating its launch week. Although the PS5 was in third position over December, it also had a great month thanks to a 25% jump in sales over November. It was the second biggest month so far for PS5. Since its global launch back in November of last year, more than 1 million Xbox Series X and S consoles have now been sold in the UK. As for last month's hardware sales in the UK, FIFA 22 took the top spot, thereby beating Activision's most recent Call of Duty installment, Vanguard. Interestingly enough, Rockstar's 8-year-old Grand Theft Auto installment, the ever-popular GTA 5, managed to grab third place on the sales chart, which includes both digital and box sales. They've included the 20 best-selling titles for November in 2021 in the UK down below, which is very interesting because you see Miles Morales at 6, Mario Kart 8 at 8, you also have Guardians of the Galaxy at 11, Red Dead Redemption 2 at 13, Assassin's Creed Valhalla at 18, Lego Harry Potter collection at 19. I don't know. There's some weird mixed match of games over there. I guess it really kind of depends on what goes on sale and things like that. But it's really very interesting to see that, you know, Xbox, and again, color me surprised, because I wouldn't have thought that Xbox would put up much of a fight this generation, given the fact that, you know, they have had such a struggle last generation, right? And the fact that, honestly, they haven't really had games. You know, like, I'm just being real. Yes, obviously Forza Horizon 5 is big and Halo is big, but like leading up from the launch up until those releases a year later, they really had much ado about nothing. I mean, there was some multiplats and stuff like that. Even the multiplats weren't great. Like, I love gaming, but I got to be honest when I say, hey, you know what? There's a lot of issues when it comes to finding something current gen to play that really is going to take advantage of that. So bravo to Microsoft for doing that again. And I use this analogy on Twitter. Okay, I'm a big Rocky fan, you know, Sylvester Stallone movie. Rocky Balboa, probably my second favorite of the whole thing, you know, as when he was older or whatever. He's fighting a guy called Mason the Line Dixon, who's super young, the heavyweight champion, undefeated. Like, Rocky would have never had a chance in his 50s to beat this guy, but Mason Dixon breaks his hand, and then Rocky takes advantage of that and keeps it close. That's what Microsoft is doing right now. I feel like, look, will Microsoft and the Xbox beat the PlayStation? No, they're not going to beat the PlayStation in sales. Is it closer than what people thought? Obviously, I think that's clear that, you know, it's much closer than people thought, and it'll probably continue to stay close. Going forward, obviously, you know, Sony has some big titles coming out, but if you are more of a casual, even if you like those games, God of War and Horizon and Gran Turismo, you could just play those on PlayStation 4. You know, and if you can't find a PlayStation 5, maybe that'll satisfy you to still just be able to play those games. Whereas on the Xbox side, if you want, and like, listen, don't doubt even if I'm not a huge fan, don't doubt the impact of something like Starfield. It would be foolish to do so. They're saying it's Skyrim in space or what have you. That could be huge. I mean, everybody loves Skyrim. It's just one of those things. Now, when it comes to being able to see where this is going to all lead, I don't know. And if both had just unlimited supply, sure, things would be different, and I'd be interested to see how that would look. But this is big news for Microsoft regardless, and I think a lot of people should definitely look to Xbox and go, man, that's a hell of a comeback to be able to come back the way that they have from all of this stuff. So anyway, I find this to be very, very, very informative, and I'm sure you guys too. But I'm interested to hear what you guys think too. Do you think that this is a big deal, or do you not think it's a big deal? Do you think it's, you know, I'm very curious, because it's such a fascinating situation. Honestly, it is. It's such a fascinating situation, and you know, I just find it to be incredibly odd that this is happening right now the way that it is. You know what I mean? It's just such an interesting situation. I tell you what, it really is, and I love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up. I of course will link this in the description, and you can check it out. Crap Gamer out.